and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. My name is Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me.
Hey.
Hey. So, we're here to talk about some movies, music, whatever else crosses our mind. But here is also the home of the most unbiased, genuine thoughts. We're not going to do anything just to say it, just to make money off of it, because we don't make a lot of money off this. In fact, we don't make anything. We just give our opinions. And our opinions are free and unsolicited, but they're not hateful ones. That is the important thing.
Yes.
But also, while you're here, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that is Bobby Quarters, the podcast channel, Organized Chaos Podcast, and Chaos's channel while you're at it. So thank you for watching, and do enjoy.
Is everyone ready?
Yes! We stick together. That's how we win this.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
Okay, but remember, in here, keep those feet still, my man.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Yes. Doing it live once
Fucking
again.
thing sucks.
And then Chris is already coming in with the crappy unforgettable sequel. And I just want to let you know, Michael is not a sequel. It is yeah. Everything else is accurate, but it's not a sequel. How are you doing, Bobby?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay.
Oh, yeah, well, listen, man. It's nice for Bill to always come in and do our podcast for us, but he is a piece of shit too.
Yeah. We're happy we're able to have him on retainer.
Yes. There are some weeks where I'm like, man, everything today, this was pretty fucking solid. That wasn't this week, unfortunately, but
no.
I will say one thing I thought was pretty decent, although it started kind of rocky, but I think in the end it kind of wrapped up pretty decent. And then there's the other things.
There was something that I knew walking in would be bad, and it was
bad.
Yeah, I mean, both the things that were bad were things I was expecting to be bad. But yeah,
One was your typical fanfare of that genre.
hmm
And the lawn one, I guess I'll refer to it as that. It was the one I was the most disappointed with.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do we want to start with something good or something disappointing?
Disappointing. Because
Disappointing.
I just wrapped it up, so let's start with Invincible.
Okay. So you were disappointed with Invincible?
Really kind of I've been kind of disappointed with the series lately, to be honest with you. This season kind of disappointed me a little.
I thought
the reason why I feel like disappointed with this series is well, as of late, is just I kind of feel like the Omni-Man side plot is just they've been drawing it out too long, and I'm happy that we finally got that. It's just I don't care.
Well, I'll be honest. When it comes to Omni-Man, I'm kind of realizing there's no way to actually give him any redemption unless he dies.
No. I mean, with the whole lot of it, I feel they've waited too long to resolve this and have him come back to Earth and all of it. And I just could care less.
I guess I'm walking away a bit different, even though I felt like the beginning of this season was kind of rough. I think it kind of came together at the end. I kind of was okay for
it came together at the end and everything. I just I was not satisfied with the result of it, and I haven't been too happy with the writing. Also, so that's just me though.
I don't know. I'm obviously much more favorable to it. I did think the beginning was a little rocky, like episode 4 where it's just in hell with Damon Darkblade or whatever his name is.
That was cool because Bruce Campbell was Satan.
That was cool because I was like, man, who the hell is voicing Satan? That voice is so fucking familiar.
I knew it.
I was like, oh shit.
When I heard it, I was like, no fucking way. And then just hit on like my X-ray view of it for Amazon. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. That tracks. Okay.
But I will say I was getting I want to say it was episode 5 where Mark just gets graphically disemboweled.
Yeah.
And he survives. And it does kind of take the punch out when Nolan gets disemboweled later in the season. It's like, well, he obviously has to survive that, right? You know?
Yeah.
I will also say when they were teasing, like when they were doing that post-credit scene where they were teasing Conquest to return, I was like, oh, you fuckers better not. And they thankfully didn't. But I was like, oh, you don't. I'm done with that character.
Yeah, I was already done with Conquest too.
Yeah, it's like
so it's just kind of more of just I think with that coming back and him disaboweling Mark, I was just kind of, oh, can we just end this? This is just, I don't care. This is stupid.
But this is all the season, so it's not exactly clear. But yeah, I'm. Why did we go back to the beginning? Stupid IMDb. Anyways, I overall like this season. I think it's a little rocky at the beginning, but overall, I thought the war storyline was pretty solid.
Yeah, that was cool.
And the resolution to everything is I don't know. I feel like it's definitely coming to an end because I feel like this has like one more season and then it's done. I don't know what you tell past this. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm just like, this is lame.
Because we've kind of ended with the Viltrumites nearly wiped out. They've decided to hide out on Earth and reproduce because obviously Earth genetics and Viltrumite genetics blend quite nicely to make pretty much people equal to Viltrumites in power. And Thrag is a real piece of shit. And now we have to see where it goes. But I don't know. Yeah. I enjoyed this season. Like I said,
didn't care for it. But
yeah,
that's fine though. Like
so a little disagreement, but
no, it's just I I kind of feel like they've written themselves into a corner, and this was him try because I felt they did last season.
Well, I mean,
I felt they wrote one with Omni-Man going off, and then the redemption, which was cool to see.
Yeah, I
Don't
do
get me
like
wrong, I would like that.
Omni-Man as
But just them
as,
taking so long for him to get back to Earth is what I felt killed that momentum for me, at least for me.
Well, I will also add there is this thing where Omni-Man keeps on visiting people. Like he visits his ex, and he visits Cecil, and he's like, I'm sorry. What do you expect from me? And it's like, bro, do you know what you did? They're allowed to say go fuck off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Cecil did that scene was I did enjoy that. That was good because it's
I'm
like
even sharing my screen, but yeah, I'm not even.
Yeah, that was one where he was just like, no, you have no idea what you did, do you?
Yeah, Cecil was like, tell me when you've nearly died like 2,300 times or something like that. And it's like, yeah, that's how many people you fucking killed. And that's kind of at the point where I was like, yeah, there's no way for Nolan to actually get any redemption unless he dies. Big heroic death, sure, but like
he wants 9 seasons of this. Oh man.
Ooh.
Woof. Woof.
We'll see. I'm not as turned off as you, but like I do feel like next season's kind of should be the wrap up because Viltrumites are living on Earth. Like once they get rid of the Viltrumites, like what is the story? I guess you could just tell the story of Mark, but like it's Viltrumites have been such a key role to the whole story. So I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, like I said, I'm more mixed, but like I overall enjoyed this season. I thought wrapped up nicely. Anything else you want to add, Bobby? Or
no. Now let's go on to the knowing deep hurting.
Knowing deep hurting?
Oh yeah. Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Okay. Ooh, everybody's
this movie was
favorite.
bad.
Oh my god, listen, I didn't like the first one. Like it was pretty bad. And like somehow this is worse in every single way I could possibly imagine.
I kind of forgot how bad this was.
This was shockingly bad. I actually I thought maybe I had seen this at some point, but rewatching, I'm like, or I guess watching it, I don't think I've actually sat down and watched this. This is bad.
I remember the exact
Holy
moment
shit.
The first time I watched it when I was watching it, when I realized this movie sucks.
And like I said, it's not like the first one's good, but like fuck this.
And
it's
the Cyrax rocket launch is when I realized that this movie sucked. And you know what? Yeah, it still sucks at that point, and it doesn't get any better.
Yeah. I mean, I like when the first one, like the cliffhanger of the first one is like, I want to say it's Johnny, Liu Kang, Sonya, Raiden, and
it was miraculously recast in this movie.
Well, almost everybody is recast in this movie, and they're all standing in the big like I imagine it's supposed to be Shao Kahn is like massive, and they have to fight him, and then this begins there, except instead of him being massive and they have to fight him, he has all these little minions and he's little and he just portals down. And it's like, okay, so obviously you wrote yourself into a corner. You didn't know how to resolve it. So this is your resolution. Everyone is recast. Katana is the other one I was thinking of. But Katana and Liu Kang are the same. That's it.
Yeah. Sonya's recast. No, I think Johnny's the same, but he's barely in it.
No, Johnny was recast as well.
Really?
Yeah, he has no lines of dialogue in this.
No, he doesn't.
He just pops up and dies instantly. Boom.
That is his job in this movie, to die. Just be there, do an attempted cool karate kick, and die so quickly.
Yeah, and I like watching this. I was like, okay, so like when they're choosing actresses to play Sonya, are they just looking for someone whose legs look good in short shorts? Because is that it? Is that all we're looking for?
Yeah. And I think like maybe
they did lots of shit with her legs, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
This like special effects wise, this is just atrocious. Like, as much like as bad as the special effects were in the first one, this one is somehow so much worse. Oh yeah, we get Jax in this.
And his cybernetic arms that are definitely just not sleeves.
Yeah, just not sleeves. And he can't like they made a big deal about him, but apparently he can just take them off whenever he wants. It's like, well, what's like, why do you need like okay. There's
Yeah, Jax was pretty entertaining. I will say that.
Oh yeah, fucking Jade popping up like half naked and then later in her full outfit, and it's like, why?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I would argue it's crucial to the plot, but I mean that just seems incredibly unpractical for her being on top of a mountain to be dressed like that. That seems
Yeah.
really
Look, it's
crazy.
snowing. That's great winter gear, by the way. I thought I thought Christopher Lambert was totally passable as Raiden. He was kind of weird.
Yeah,
James
yeah,
Remar
he
plays
cut. Yeah,
very differently, and I
he
think
went a
he
little.
looks good, but yeah.
Yeah. Lambert went a little Tommy Wiseau with it at moments.
Yes.
But Ajax was decent as Raiden. He was absolutely decent.
Well, yeah, James. Like, I feel like James Remar. Well, I think probably
I do like James Remar. Yeah,
I
he's a
do,
good
and
actor.
he plays him just more like just a regular dude, which I
Yeah.
think it feels like a very different character, but it still works. But yeah, God, we got Brian Thompson as a Shao Kahn, I want to say.
Yeah, what was it? I had to find something because I saw him and I go, why does he look so familiar? Like, what movie do I recognize him from? And I have it here. Hold on, let me find the note. Because
Is it the Star Trek Next Generation episode Matter of Honor?
No, but I did laugh at that.
He plays a Klingon, guys.
That no, I yeah. When I was looking, I was like, let me see what he does. Like, oh, and then I look at the character. Oh, yeah, duh, of course.
Yeah,
of course he plays a Klingon.
But yeah,
Go on.
Yeah,
Go on. I'll find the note. Go on.
I was just gonna say Brian Thompson. I won't say he's necessarily good in this, but I mean he is I don't know. I do think he's a fun B movie actor. But yeah, God, it's tough. Like, okay, so like this story is garbage. As much as the first one's story was garbage, like in this one, early on, we encounter Sub-Zero, who was dead, but apparently we encounter his little brother who saves them. And they're like, gee whiz, why do you want to save us? And he's like, oh, and he doesn't really explain. Then he goes off, and then that's fucking it.
He was just there to show off his
why?
cool new outfit for
Yeah.
the game that year, and that was it.
Yeah, he's there to cool off. Hey, Sub-Zero is still in this. It's like, okay,
You killed my brother.
why?
But
Yeah.
that's okay. He was a dick.
It's okay. Oh yeah, there's Sub-Zero. I guess he gets his mask off in this one for a little bit, so I guess that's something. But like he just pops up for like a cameo essentially. God. Oh yeah. God. Yeah. And if you're looking at this thinking this looks awful,
That's it.
It's awful.
He was Buffalo Bob and Joe Dirt, the guy who was playing Buffalo Bill. That's it. That was it.
But yeah, God, I'm trying to think of what is there even to say? Like with the first one.
This was definitely made, I think, to sell the upcoming game.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Even with the first one, as much as I wasn't a fan, like there are things where I was like, okay, this was okay. This was okay. I don't have that with this one. I don't.
If memory serves me correctly, a lot of the characters that were in that new game were introduced in this movie.
Oof.
Mostly She-Ra and the Minotaur fella.
Oh yeah, I think we went by pictures of them. They look awful in this, by the way.
How about She-Ra's too bad you sued Wilby. Fucking love that line.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part of the movie.
And did they have a picture of the
But
Minotaur?
it's
Minotaur
right
guy
in the
looked
beginning.
awful too.
And it's really great because right in the beginning I see that and I go, okay, well, I've seen the movie now.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch any more of it.
No, this is definitely a movie where you put on the first few minutes, it's like, oh, the fuck did I just step into?
What have I done?
Like, you put on the first one, it's like, oh, we're 90s hell. But I put on this one, I'm just in hell now.
Let us not forget. Oh, yeah, Ermac was one of his gains, and I believe that was Smoke. Yeah.
Oh, Smoke, yeah.
And there's also Noob Saibot, who we get a quick cameo for. And
yeah,
that's it.
The movie seems really interested in just introducing characters. but not
Also,
really doing
Nightwolf.
anything
Yeah,
with them.
Nightwolf.
Oh yeah, Nightwolf pops in. Oh god. He pops in there to introduce animality, so we can get to that terrible CGI fight.
And
between-
speaking of terrible, Baraka's
Oh,
in here,
God.
which it's totally not a guy in a Halloween mask.
oh god, dude, I'm just thinking about that CGI battle between Shao Kahn and fucking Liu Kang at the end of this, and it is so bad. Just like Liu Kang just suddenly learns animality and just turns into just like this weird CGI lizard, and then Shao Kahn does the same. It's tough to describe just how absolutely awful it looks unless you've seen it. But like the CGI you got in the first movie, just so much worse. And it's like an extended sequence of them fighting like that. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, this is hell. I guess Raiden does get a little arc here. Right?
I mean, I do like Baraka, which is totally not a guy in a mask.
Oh, yeah. It seems like they don't have much art here, just box art. But yeah, this is bad.
This was
right to the beginning. I'm trying to think, what could I say that's positive about Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Certainly wasn't the editing.
Yeah.
They did a lot of quick shots to like make the
God, it was awful.
action look seamless and
Sure, seamless, yes.
Yeah, this was just terrible all around.
What did you think of the teleportation balls that they used to travel around?
I hit 39 lines in Tetris at that point. That's when I think of that.
In case you don't know, there's a point where Raiden's like, you have to get in these little balls and they will travel across underworld, wherever there's places supposed to be called. And it's like, whoa, and they have to go in twos. So of course it's a guy and a woman, and it's like, whoa.
It's
it is. Oh God. And you know, in the first one, I complimented the actor who played Liu Kang for having good fighting form and looking good in the fights. And I can't even say that about this because, like, I feel like we barely see him. Like it's edited around the fights so poorly. Like the fights are just ugh.
Yeah, the editing in this is pretty atrocious.
Yeah. I don't know, Chris. I think this is pretty terrible. I would definitely qualify the first one as more meh to bad on the first one. And this one, yeah, this is terrible in my opinion.
Yeah, this is not great.
Anything else you want to talk about, or should we just go into Michael?
Let's go into Michael.
Okay, so I haven't seen this movie since the 90s. John Travolta as a fallen angel.
Oh shit! I watched the wrong movie.
going to visit William Hurt, Andy McDowell, and Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, I totally watched the wrong movie.
Yeah. This is back when we thought John Travolta was charming.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it! No, we actually watched the Michael Jackson biopic.
Yeah.
No, I just remember that playing the scares. Like, oh wait, there was a Michael back in the day. Okay, positives. I think Jafar Jackson does a passable Michael Jackson impression.
Miles Teller is awesome as always.
Yeah, I did not know Miles Teller was in this, but he was great. He was the highlight in my opinion.
He always gives a phenomenal performance.
Yes,
he's an incredible actor. I can't say
no, and I feel like I haven't seen him a lot recently. And he popped up here, and I was like, "Hey, it's fucking Miles Teller, fucking awesome."
Yeah, no, the voice. I go, I know that fucking voice.
Yeah,
what's up, my dude?
So yeah.
The last thing I saw him in was that Paramount show, The Offer, where he played the producer Tully, who I can't remember the full name, but Tully, who gets The Godfather made.
Oh, okay.
It's actually really good.
I mean, overall, I would say the acting in this is pretty good. It's decently directed.
I have something else that I could, and this is just something I noticed. in the scenes where they're all in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
they were like period accurate equipment. And I that's kind of one of the things that I like get geeky about
Yeah.
and nerdy about. Because yeah, in this scene, I was like, holy shit, that board. That was like the first thing I noticed. And even like a lot of the like gear in those scenes and music and even the performance scenes, like those are period accurate instruments that they were playing for that time period in every single one. So that I appreciate that note of detail
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
this. And I mean, just for me as the audiophile and just seeing those like recording consoles, even in when he was recording his first one, I'm just like, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was just nerding out over that.
Yeah.
I go, that's cool.
So I guess I got asked the big question.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is this movie profoundly uninterested in Michael Jackson?
And
'Cause
more
it
of just
goes
the
over-
legacy of Michael Jackson.
Like it goes over like events, but like I
Yeah.
can't. After watching this, I can't say I understand Michael Jackson any more than I did before. It just like this happened.
It
and this
really,
happened.
to me, it felt like it really wanted to preserve the legacy
Mhm.
of the myth of Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And just to show, for lack of a better word, for lack of a better phrase, the man in the mirror of Michael Jackson, like,
Mhm.
and the stuff that I felt that they really highlighted a lot on was stuff
Mhm.
that I was like, I knew this about
Yeah.
him already, like him visiting the sick kids. Like, that's like, is this new information to some people? Like,
Yeah.
this is very well known. Like,
And like, yeah, he got him getting the exotic animals. Like, do we explore why he gets the exotic animals? No, but
We
he
just
just
hear him
gets
say it once.
exotic animals, and it's like,
and I always
I
thought
knew
that
that. I knew
I
that.
always thought that he had the pet rat at the house in Gary.
Mm.
I didn't know that was. I didn't think that was in Los Angeles, but that was when I was like, oh, okay.
Mhm. And then,
Yeah, like everyone casting wise, they did a great job.
yeah,
Yeah,
to me, this feels like it's well cast. I think it's well directed, even, but
They
I feel like
made-
it's hampered by obviously the family's wanting to preserve his legacy, and he's a
And it's-
controversial figure for
I can
obvious
absolutely
reasons.
and I can absolutely see their involvement in it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
without even having to watch the credits, I could tell you.
Mhm.
That's nothing wrong with wanting to preserve your loved one's, legacy and all. They didn't do that same courtesy to Joe Jackson.
No, Joseph Jackson comes off as like near supervillain. I mean, Coleman Domingo is yeah.
I mean, dude, there were moments where he was seriously like, over the top, like Saturday morning cartoon
Oh,
villain
yeah.
in this.
No,
Like him
like
sitting at
he's
that.
a step away from like trolling his mustache and going,
Or just like, doing the Mr. Burns. Yes.
excellent. You will do this tour for me. Excellent.
And I noticed one moment where it was a great bit of acting, because I also know that Michael's bodyguard was also heavily involved in the making of this film as well. That one scene of where they're doing the reunion tour near the end of the movie, yeah. And he's just, I think right here, where he's just mean mugging Joe, talking about doing a whole world tour. And I went, man, he wants to punch him so badly right now. And I'd be okay with that. I'm pretty sure Michael wouldn't fire you for that.
No. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, Michael's issues with his father seem to be the only bit of controversy this movie is interested in exploring at all. And like, for me, it's like, if you're not...
him also wanting to step away from the Jackson 5, I would say.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of related to it, but yeah.
It is, yes.
But to me, it's like, if you're not interested in really, and I'm not even saying get into like the allegation against him, but like explore him a bit more. Why does he get exotic animals? What is the deal with the nose surgeries? Because we see him go in for the first nose surgery, so the movie's not afraid to touch on that. It's just like, he goes in for the first nose surgery, and then there's like an hour later, we see like little bandages on his nose. So obviously he got another nose surgery, but like the movie doesn't like explore why he does this. Like, there's one brief scene where his father calls him Big Nose, and that's it. like this movie doesn't explore Michael at all.
No,
you know?
they really don't. They hit on all of like they do like the same thing you would expect in any biopic. They hit on
where the
key
family is very much
pivotal,
involved.
yeah, pivotal career moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was not surprised to see the Motown 25 concert.
Nope.
I honestly thought it was going to end on that.
Mm.
Or at least that it was going to start with like have that big moment of the career.
Mm-hmm.
Start the film.
Yeah. So in case you're wondering, spoiler, it ends with pretty much a full rendition of Bad. Like it's pretty close to the full song. I'm like,
I was trying to determine, is like, are they using, is he lip syncing to a recording or is he singing like the actual track?
I wasn't sure. Music sounded great, by the way.
Oh yeah, the music sounded awesome.
Yeah, the music was good. But yeah,
I couldn't help but notice that they didn't touch on Diana Ross at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, do you remember Janet in this movie?
No.
Yeah.
Latoya was always there.
Yeah, Latoya was there, but not Janet. It's like,
which that one I was like, your crazy ass is producing this. Oh, I buckle up.
But yeah, like it just seems like this movie doesn't seem interested at all in who Michael Jackson is. It's just like by the numbers biopic. And honestly, like I remember watching Bohemian Rhapsody years ago. Not a huge fan of that one. I actually remember enjoying that more than this. Yeah. Take what you will of that one, man.
Janet asked not to be a part of it. That's good. Chris is saying Janet asked not to be a part of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of get it because this is a movie that's not actually interested in exploring who Michael Jackson is. And again, there's obviously stuff that they're not going to want to explore. I get that, but like, there is definitely stuff to explore. And like, even if you want to like do a squeaky clean image of Michael Jackson, then maybe just focus your biopic a bit. I mean, heck, look at Love and Mercy. Like that pretty much exclusively focused on like the issues Brian Wilson had when he was older, dealing with his therapist.
Yeah.
And then younger, putting together Pet Sounds. You could easily do a biopic on the making of Thriller. And that'd be a cool biopic in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that would have been a better story to tell.
Yeah, and you that way you could avoid a lot of controversies and still like tell a cool story, you know?
Yeah.
But as it is, it's like this movie just feels like a movie that's not interested in Michael Jackson. It feels like a movie that's just like, oh, Michael Jackson passed away, so let's make money on a biopic.
Even though he passed away a long time ago.
Yeah, he did pass away. What, 15 years ago? No. Yeah, something like that. I want to say it was like 2009. Took him a minute to get to the biopic, but
I mean, even though there were even moments like listening to music, going, "Fuck, he did make some great music."
Yes. Oh God, yeah. No, I've been trying to do some deep dives into both Michael Jackson and Prince this year. Yeah, they got some banger albums.
Prince's. The 70s were good years to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I still love Purple Rain.
Oh no, but I'm just there's some good stuff in there.
I mean, speaking of Prince, there's actually one of the better lines in this is Michael Jackson in the pool. They're like out in the sun, and he's like, I'm hoping God inspires me with a song before he gives it to Prince or something like that. And I thought that was a funny line. There's a couple of cute moments like that, but like overall, this is god damn, like really fucking disappointing. I don't know. I guess I kind of figured the movie would be like this because with the family involvement, but I feel like it's probably really hard to actually get a good biopic made unless the artist is still alive and the artist is actually willing to look at some of their darker moments and say, maybe I wasn't 100% in the right. Kind of like Better Man, but
yeah.
Because other than that, you're just dealing with people just wanting to preserve the legacy. And it's like, I think in a lot of ways, preserving the legacy does disservice. Sometimes it's better to show them as a real person and the struggles they've gone through. And And that's the thing. Like, even though there are controversies with Michael Jackson that this movie obviously isn't going to hit on, there are real struggles. And even the struggle with Joseph Jackson here, like, I feel like they could have hit it hard. Like, number one, they could have hit it harder, but maybe also involved other things. Like, you know, his desire for exotic animals, him going to a toy store and buying a whole bunch of toys, even though he's an adult. Like, there's an obvious, I think, storyline to be told about how his childhood was kind of taken from him from his father. And once he grew up, he kind of found himself in arrested development, just wanting to relive the childhood he never really had as a child. I think that could be an interesting story, but it's not interested in exploring that. Yeah, this is frustrating. This is exactly kind of the biopic I assumed it was walking in, unfortunately.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I was hoping it wasn't going to be that, but it was, and yes, Chris, Better Man was incredible, and
Better Man's great. Biopic, as far as recent biopics, Better Man is just fucking Robbie Williams as a monkey.
Yeah, that's
much better than Michael.
It looked more believable than Bubbles in this one.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of CGI monkeys, Bubbles in this. Oh my god. And they just introduce him. He's in a couple scenes, but that's it. Like, there's no through line with him. There's no through line with any of these elements.
Not really.
They're just showing like events in his life, but not asking why it happened or what's up,
or why it's important to the story that they're telling. Like, no.
Like even watching this, like I thought the best part of this was actually when, you know, doing the behind the scenes of the music, like especially Thriller, which is a great album. Seeing them like, you know, put it together, but like there's way too little of it, and like there is a cool movie to explore, maybe with how he does his songwriting, maybe how he develops his dance moves, because he's obviously very meticulous with how he does his singing and his dancing. You could explore that.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like, oh, we're good. You know, we see him doing some dancing. He's like, oh, I'm going to do this thing on my own. You guys keep on doing what you're supposed to. And he does the thing on his own. And that's it. That one scene is it. And then like him like singing, but like he's used to moving and he has to not move in the studio. And I thought that'd be a big like thing, but it wasn't. God damn. This movie just, for a movie about Michael Jackson, it doesn't fucking care about Michael Jackson.
It really doesn't, and I was a little disappointed in that aspect.
Yeah, I've been ranting quite a bit, but like,
you're fine. You're fine.
Rough,
it was rough. It was rough. I agree.
This is exactly the biopic I assumed it would be. His mom is, of course, the good guy who's, you know, always quietly rooting for him, despite Joseph always like, you know, wanting to control his life. You know. By the way, the other members of the Jackson 5 are just kind of there. We don't develop them at all. They're just there. They're the other ones, I guess.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, we'll. Yeah, they're just there.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna make a lot of money. Yeah. Mm.
Oh, it absolutely will.
I mean, heck, I thought it was wild at the end of it. It said his story continues. It's like, are they going to do a sequel? I like, what's better than one movie that's not interested in exploring Michael Jackson? 2. But yeah, Michael Jackson Cinematic Universe sounds amazing.
Well, like all the little mini movies that he made.
Oh yeah, they could do that. Well, that's the thing. Like, yeah, like they bring up how he likes to do the mini movies and getting his movies on, or his music videos on MTV, which was a struggle. And I remember there's that classic David Bowie interview on MTV where he confronts the guy straight up and he's like, "Why aren't you playing music videos by black artists?" Which is a fucking basic fuck moment for David Bowie.
But it's just like, I mean, it's Bowie. He could.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bowie specifically names Prince. And he's like, there are some black artists putting on some amazing music videos and you're not playing them? Why the fuck not? You're not. And Michael Jackson has to kind of bludgeon Billie Jean onto MTV. But that's just one quick scene. Then it's done. You know,
and then all's well as ends. That ends well.
Yeah, and that like the racism that he has to deal with is kind of brought up here and there, but like it's not explored. That's something else that could have been explored. Like here's somebody who is I think without a doubt the most successful Black music artist ever, arguably the most successful music artist of all time. There are definitely struggles we could go into with this. And just fucking doesn't. Fucking hell.
It is frustrating.
Yeah, it's just an unbelievably frustrating movie. Although it did just remind me of Get Back, which is actually just a documentary, but fucking way better.
Yeah. There's one that's called Muscle Shoals, and it's about Fame recording studios down in Alabama at that like border at Florida and Alabama, and it just it talks about a lot about Wilson Pickett records and how Allman was a session musician there for a while, and he convinced him to cover Hey Jude.
Yeah.
And if you've ever heard Wilson Pickett's cover of Hey Jude, the lead guitar on that is played by Dwayne Allman. That's also where he did a lot of sessions. Yes. And that's before the Allman Brothers Band.
Oh, shit. Damn.
So, and he also did a few sessions where he played lead guitar on a few early Aretha Franklin tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the documentary mostly talks about there's something that's like in that earth there that like resonates, that comes out with the music that was coming out of there. And it's just a lot of great tunes, a lot of great music that came out from that era, from that period.
I mean,
there's also a great one called Sound City, which is about a studio in like California. And Dave Grohl, who I understand is kind of a polarizing guy these days, but
yeah, he kind of screwed up his image.
he bought the board from it to save it before when they were going out of business, just so he could put some new life into it. But the documentary, it talks about how this history of the studio. Now, like, there's so many different albums that were made at Sound City. Like Tool's Undertow was recorded there. Fleetwood Mac's Rumors was recorded there.
So legacy.
Grateful Dead's Terrapin Station was recorded there. Yeah, it's one of those that one of the engineers that they're interviewing, it's like, yeah, you start walking through and looking at all the pictures of the albums that was made there. Do you think, how many fucking albums have been made here? Like, holy shit. I think like that's also where Nirvana's Nevermind was recorded.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then Chris is bringing up Sam Mendes is doing 4 Beatles movies, which I mean, that sounds a lot cooler than this.
That does. And I've saw the photos of all of them as them. They look passable. Paul still looks the weirdest to me.
I don't know. I remember looking at the casting, but I don't think I've seen them in their attire yet, so I'm not sure. But
Joseph Quinn looks the most like George. He grew his hair out and he gave him the short little like stylish beard.
But yeah. Oh yeah, and yeah. So another thing I want to bring up. So like, there's a little chunk to this about Thriller, like the song Thriller in the music video. And like, again, that's something else they could have based this whole fucking movie around, and it probably would have been better. Because Thriller, like the 15-minute long music video for that song, and it gets like a quick brief mention about, oh, Michael, John Landis is zooming in, and Michael wants a full shot, and Michael's like, hey, can we do this instead? And they agree to that, and then that's it. That's the entirety of the Thriller music video in this. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I will say, part of the reason why I probably say I prefer Bohemian Rhapsody to this is because even though I think Jafar Jackson does a totally serviceable impression of Michael, I think Rami Malek does a better performance as Freddie. And yeah. But yeah, musical biopics I feel like are so spotty anymore. Not everyone can be as honest as Weird Al, apparently.
No.
Although I honestly, I think Weird Al just really took the shit out of the musical biopic with his, because he's like, fuck it. We're doing a biopic. We're going to do weird shit with it.
Oh, here. Yeah.
They call him John. Actually, I don't know if they say John Landis, but we see a bearded mustache guy that's obviously supposed to be him in the background. And Michael's like, "Hey, tell John this." And I did think it was a little bit weird why Michael didn't just walk up to John and say that, because he's right fucking there.
Yeah, I thought that was strange too. But I found I found a fit photo of the actors for the Beatles movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's check that out.
Yeah, see, Paul looks a little off to me, but Joseph Quinn, like, yeah, that looks pretty legit.
Yep.
And both of them look pretty legit.
Ringo's spot on. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is just perfect. But yeah, Joseph Quinn though, that's like
yeah, Paul's the most off for me. I see what they're going for. It's like there's
that's definitely
that's
yeah, definitely the Hamburg days.
Yeah.
So maybe that's kind of why I'm just because that's obviously much latter. Like this is like Abbey Road era.
Yeah, to me, everyone else looks kind of like them, but not
and this
exact,
kind of almost
in a good
looks
way.
And this kind of almost looks like, you know, him recording like solo Lennon stuff.
But yeah, I definitely feel like Paul looks
the most kind of
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know though. Bohemian Rhapsody for me, it just
oh yeah, no, I'm not recommending that.
No.
Just,
I'd rather watch Gary Busey, or I'd rather watch Dennis Quaid play Jerry Lee Lewis.
Well, I mean, the thing about Bohemian Rhapsody, and to a degree, the thing about Michael is like one of the highlights is the music. And like, if you just want Queen music or Michael Jackson music, listen to one of their albums
or listen to their greatest hits. It'll span everything.
Yeah. Although they have some great albums too. So like, definitely give, obviously check out Thriller and Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm brain farting. Night of the Opera. Yeah, Night of the Opera is a great one. Hell, if you want underrated one from Queen, Innuendo is great too.
Hold on. There was one that I think is great, but it's not necessarily appreciated.
No. Yeah, John Landis is, I don't know. But I don't know. Max Landis is a piece of shit. I like, there was a time where I kind of wanted to like Max Landis, but like over time I've just been like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, the Miracle I think is an underappreciated Queen album.
Oh yeah, the Miracle's solid too. Yeah.
Yeah. The Night of the Opera is also a fucking
Night of the Opera. I think
great Queen album.
Agreed is just
A Day at the Races is also a very great album.
The Races
too.
is very solid as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheer Heart Attack is awesome as well.
Hot Space is great too.
Yeah.
The Works. I mean, there's great Queen albums.
Yes,
really good ones.
They're mostly pretty solid. But yeah. And then Michael's got great ones too. But yeah. Unbelievably disappointed in this. But this is also exactly what I expected to be. Let me go ahead and pull up the agenda for next week because I don't have it yet.
It's gonna be, we're gonna watch the 2002 thriller horror movie May.
Ooh.
We're also gonna watch the 2021 Mortal Kombat, and we're gonna do some catching up on The Boys.
Oh, how far is it? Is it midway or are we wrapping it up? Okay,
we have 3 to 5. Yeah,
I'm so excited to check it out, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm also kind of interested to check out the end of Boys. So
yeah, I'm kind of curious. I've been trying to avoid some spoilers for that, so I'm excited to dive back into it.
Well, something I don't know if it's a spoiler or not. So apparently Gen V was canceled just not that long ago.
I did not know that. So
there is no season 3 Gen V coming out, which is disappointing because I felt like season 2 really found its footing. And I'm like, oh, let's see what happens. And it's over now. And it does make me wonder if maybe The Boys will resolve with something that will make Gen V not possible to continue. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see how it concludes. But I was kind of shocked to hear that Gen V was ended because it's like Wow, that season 2 ended like a while ago, and now we're announcing that it's not doing another one. Okay. I haven't heard anything about that. Apparently Freddie Mercury was supposed to be on the Thriller album. I didn't hear I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, no, I've seen bits of Mortal Kombat 21, and to my understanding, it's totally decent. Yeah, the one thing I did notice was how PG-13 these past 2 Mortal Kombat movies were, which kind of threw me off because I was like, okay, this is a franchise known for its graphic violence, and we're PG-13 these movies, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, an R rating makes so much more sense for those movies. Yeah, I mean, John and George are just the best in my opinion.
Yeah, I had a friend in high school and said this right after George died, that they're died in order of talent.
Yeah.
And it's just more of like, and he's like, Paul will be the next, then Ringo will live forever because, well.
Ringo.
And it's like, oh, the Ringo hate.
I do think it's funny because
let's just face it, he was the best Beatle.
I do think it's funny whenever Ringo makes a list for like the best drummers of all time, people will be like, man, but Ringo wasn't even the best drummer in the Beatles.
A lot of people give him smack, like will talk trash, but if you technically look at his drum parts and listen to him, like he's doing a lot without doing much.
Well, no, I feel like he's
a very understated drummer.
Yeah. I feel like I'm brain farting. Nick Mason from Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
I feel like both he and Ringo get overlooked just because of the talent that they work with. That is so ridiculous.
Well, let's be fair. If you're in a band with David Gilmour, it's kind of hard to be,
Yeah, one that had to work with David Gilmour and Roger Waters, who, like, say what you will of Roger Waters, musical genius.
Yeah, he is.
And same thing with David Gilmour, and the same thing with John Paul and
man
George.
is an asinine, egotistical prick.
Yes,
but my God, can he write a great album?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think they just get compared to just the massive talent that they worked with, and it's like they're solid on their own. They're totally solid, but Jesus Christ, holy crap!
Animal, yes, he is the best drummer.
I mean, he's almost as good as Phil, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think Animal taught Phil everything he knew.
True.
Because let's think about the true influence that is the Electric Mayhem.
Yes. You don't fuck the Electric Mayhem.
Yeah, they're the band that every band wants to be. You know that they actually got the performers together and did a set as Electric Mayhem at like Coachella a few years ago. Yes.
Oh my God.
And it's awesome. Like they're on the stage and it's fucking Electric Mayhem. Like, I watched the taping of it and I was like, this is just so cool.
That does sound freaking cool.
Yeah.
But no. Yes. Whatever.
Oh, Nicholas, you just got back from seeing The Mummy. Did you enjoy it, I hope?
Yeah. It
did it feel like an Evil Dead movie to you? Because it felt like an Evil Dead movie to me.
It did, like, that's the weird thing. It does not feel like a Mummy movie, but it feels like an Evil Dead movie. They have old tapes and shit.
Something different, and it was cool, but it definitely felt like an Evil Dead movie to me.
Yeah, like of everything, it feels like it borrows from. It's not.
Paul, I don't.
Not a Mummy movie.
I hope that they won't make a Floyd movie. I can't imagine them doing it while David is alive. He's probably like, no, but Roger's probably all for it. I mean, let's.
Yeah.
And I don't think I don't think we want Roger involved in it.
Yeah, we don't want Roger's movie because I think I think there is a great movie to be told about what Pink Floyd story. Can that movie be told?
If I were to do it, I would do it about the Animals tour and what
Yeah,
caused
maybe
the divide.
focusing on thing.
Focus on what the divide that happened between him
I mean,
and the band
yeah,
while they made the wall.
Yeah,
which is like their most like
wall or like yeah.
Well, it started on the Animals tour.
Yes,
and that's where he spit on that fan. I've listened to that show.
Oh God,
it's kind of funny when the moment happens. And I mean, to be fair, like they didn't want them shooting firecrackers off because it's dangerous. They don't want them to get hurt, and they continued to shoot it off. So Roger got pissed off, calling the guy a piggy a few times after it wasn't a good move either.
They could probably tell a decent story about Sid Barrett because
I think they could. I think they could tell a great story about Sid Barrett on his own.
Yes.
That's
obviously the band would be supporting characters, but yeah, I think Sid Barrett.
Like,
yeah,
just Sid on his own.
I mean, he was it's weird to think about, but like he was kind of the genius that got Pink Floyd together and the main songwriter when they first started, which is so weird to think about. But yeah.
Well, that's why I think Nick Mason got back and got a bunch of musicians and did that tour that was Nick Mason's Saucer Full of Secrets, where they just played old school Pink Floyd stuff.
Yeah.
Like that era of stuff. And that's just because he was like, it's stuff we hardly revisited in the later years of the band, which is fine. We played our new material, but you know, I kind of always really enjoyed that stuff and I wanted to play it again.
Yeah. There's some fun stuff with the early stuff. I mean, I really like Piper. Piper, I thought was a really solid album.
Piper.
I mean, it just to me, it's not as good as as they got a few years later, but like it's still really good. And it's fun.
Yeah, because what's the first one that's with David? It's Obscured by Clouds, isn't it?
I think.
Because I think that's one where they're starting to scratch the surface of that sound with David. I mean, we talked about this in a previous episode where we did all of an album.
We did it. Yeah, we did deep dive into Pink Floyd. Was it Uma Guma where Roger took over as like the lead songwriter?
I think so. Uma, and it was his idea to do the concept of each side being representative of each member of the band,
which
and then just having like is. Cool.
It was a nice idea. It's not their best album, but it was a cool idea. It's like I see what they're going for. I see what because like, dude, when we get to David's songs, like that's a David song.
Yeah, it's definitely that's a Gilmore track.
Yeah,
because it's like if there's lyrics, they're very spiteful.
You know, speaking of biopics, and we were bringing up Electric Mayhem. That could be a fun biopic, actually.
That one would be a fun one.
I would be down for that.
First one is Saucer Full of Secrets. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. God damn it. Yeah, part of me is like I would like to see a big Pink Floyd biopic, but I think they would slaughter it.
I think they would butcher it too.
Yeah. Unless they're willing to be completely honest with what happened.
Unfortunately, I think that'll only happen once David and Roger both pass.
Well, I don't wish any of them dead.
I don't.
Especially with Roger.
I don't wish either of them.
I do not think Roger would be willing to do anything
unless he could have his final say in what's what. Because yeah.
Oh God. Goddamn Roger Waters. Why does he have to be this but yes, May, Mortal Kombat 2021 and The Boys season 5 episodes 3 through 5 next week. And I'm looking forward to getting caught up with The Boys. And May I have no idea about, so I will find out that one when we get to it. Anything you want to add, Bobby?
No.
I will be kind of taking a little break. My parents are going to come visit me tomorrow, so they will be here for like a week. So I will be hanging out with them, so I won't really be streaming or anything. So you guys will have to do without me. I'll try to get a video out on Saturday, and that will be about it till the next podcast next week. But yeah, I will say Mortal Kombat 2 with Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. It does look like fun, and mostly because I like Carl Urban. But yeah,
I also like Carl Urban.
yeah. So
There's
I'm
some
kind of
people who
mean,
really hate on him, and I don't
get that at all.
I don't get it either.
Like he's
the
like as an
argument
actor, he seems like a nice guy, and as a performer, he always gives his all. So
the argument I keep hearing is that like he plays the same role in every single movie. And you could say that about any actor. That's not a valid complaint.
let me pull up a picture of this. That's a low quality picture, but here's early Carl Urban playing Cupid, where he put the same dedication in that role as he puts in pretty much every role he does.
Yeah,
he is all in no matter what. And yeah, FYI, Carl Urban played Cupid back in the day.
Nice.
In a series starring a piece of shit like Kevin Sorbo, but then he also worked with Lucy Lawless, who was awesome. So hey. So I guess, are we signing out?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So guys, party on and be excellent to each other.
Take care.